Hello there. This video is to show you how you can customize your own map in the world of Doomr. Doomr is a MMORPG game where there are multiple bases that you can play from, and in each one of the bases, so the base looks like this. So yeah, this is one of the bases in this game, and here you can move around and kill zombies and gather items. Some of them might drop rare items, guns, weapons, clothes that you can wear, etc. Okay, so there's a fuel that this zombie just dropped, so I'll try to pick that up. You can destroy boxes, but yeah, not only you can kill these monsters and stuff within this map, you can actually travel between the maps. So for example, if you were to go down here, it'll prompt and ask you if you want to travel to the highways. And if you go to the highways, there are monsters, items, different areas that you can explore. You can, let me see here if I can find any monsters. There's one. So yeah. And then you can actually travel between the maps or the villages, meaning that, okay, you can also push the cars too, as you can see. But yeah, for example, if I travel all the way down to the south, you can visit somebody else's village. But yeah, I'm going to go nut space. And in here, you'll notice that the map looks slightly different. The layout is a bit different. So the point I'm trying to get across here is that each one of these maps are fully customizable by their respective owners. So we have this built-in map editor that allows you to customize the maps. You can draw or delete blocks, or should I say voxels. And you can also change the scripts of the map. You can look at how the map logic is working. You can add different NPCs in the map. And you can also change the tile sheet of the map. So essentially all maps could look completely different. Another thing that I want to point out too is that all of the player data is persistent. Doesn't matter which map you're currently in, because they all belong in the same world. What I'll do is I'll give you a quick example of how to customize your own map. This test map that I'll be showing you. So let's go to the test map and then I'll show you how this all looks. So yeah, test map doesn't really have much. Just this area. Let's say I wanted to make the map look different. Go to configuration, go to map, and then yeah, you can again change the tile sheet here. Let's pick a nice looking tile sheet. So let's go and I don't know, let's see. So this is interesting. I think I could be using this. Is it a free asset? Yeah, I think it is. So I'll just do no thanks and download this. Okay, great. So it's got textures, and let's see if it has a tile map. Okay, so here is and how big are these tile sets? Okay, so roughly about, give or take, I think 64 by 64. I should be doing import. Yeah, right there. Okay, so if I did a 64 by 64, okay, it looks like that. So maybe 32 by 32 makes more sense. It seems so. Yeah, maybe I should go 32 by 32. But yeah, I'll upload this image. And I'll say the width and height is 32 by 32 and submit. Okay, and you can see that the image is now uploaded. If I save and close, yeah, and it's gonna look something like this. So yeah, like the map looks now completely different. I see that the walls are still there, but it's using a different texture, so it's kind of hard to notice where they are. So I'm gonna go to my maps and I'm just gonna clear the entire walls layer. So there's no colliders. But yeah, you could draw walls like this. So we just have the floor and trees. I got rid of the walls layer. So I'm gonna add a layer and we'll call it walls. By the way, this is like a built-in layer. If you name a layer as walls, they're gonna have a collider. So if I choose this and yeah, I can move this down here, perfect. And yeah, I do need to save and republish, by the way, when I add a new layer. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Maps, choose a walls layer. And if I choose this, yeah, you can see that I can draw walls. Yeah. So now if I play the game, you can see that I'm colliding against these walls. But yeah, this is sort of how you can customize your maps. If you wanted to like add NPCs in your game too, you just gotta go to entities, and I'm gonna go to units, right click, new unit. Let's just call it a collider object. I'll change the sprite sheet. So you can upload your own image from your computer, or you can choose something from our asset library. So let's say if I chose this guy right here, some robot, save and apply. Okay, so I've created this NPC. Let's actually name it robot. And to place it on the map, there are a couple of ways to do it. One is like, okay, so this map has no like regions or anything. So I'm gonna create a region by choosing the regions tool and drag a region, and we're gonna call it spawn. Save. Okay, so we have a, oops, no. So we have a spawn, and then what I can now do is go to entities, and you'll see there are two sections. One is world and map, and the other one is map. The stuff in the world are the things that are inherited from our world coding, and you can't modify these. You can use them and like place them on this map, but you cannot modify them. As you can see, it says read only, and then the stuff in the map are the things that you have full control over. So you can also write scripts within the map. So you can actually go new script, and when the game starts, you can do create unit position, and we can go, the unit type is going to be the robot that you just created for AI neutral player, at a position which is going to be the random position in spawn facing 0 degrees. So when the game starts, it will create the robot in the world. So I haven't republished the game. We should see the robot in the random position of that spawn region that we just created. See, it's right there. There's some issues with how the layer is working. Also, the robot is rotating when I push it around. So let's change a couple of things. We're gonna go to robot, body type. We'll make it so it has a fixed rotation, and it will also have that billboard effect, meaning that it's facing the camera all the time instead of like looking like it's lying down on the floor. The depth, so how high the unit is determined right here. We'll set it on floor 1 at depth 1. This will lower the robot. If I save it, you can see that it is now standing straight up, and it's in the same depth as my unit. Okay, so yeah, we added an NPC. Another way you can add stuff on the map. So let's go ahead and create another object. Let's call it let's see. Let's add this guy. So dude. And this time we'll just make sure we're setting this right the first time. Fixed rotation, and the layer is floor 1. By the way, this is not actually currently being dynamically loaded. It's something we're going to be fixing very soon, because I know our map right now only has floor, walls, and trees, but it's got some extra stuff. So yeah, this may change in the near future, just so you know. I'm gonna save it and then save it. So now we have this new unit called Circle Dude. And there's another way you can add this unit without using the script, and that is by going in the map, and you can have entities tool, and you can choose an entity. Whoa, okay, minor bug here. You actually may have to republish if we can start using the newly added entity. When in doubt, always republish. Okay, go to maps, go to entities tool, Circle Dude. There you go. So now you can place these entities directly from the world editor or the map editor. Let's put it maybe like up here. Okay, and then what happens is that when you do this, this will affect the map's initialize script. So as you can see, it's now creating a new script called initialize, and it has it so that when the game starts, create Circle Dude. So all of this stuff is generated by you interacting with this tool set. You can see that Circle Dude is hanging out right here. All right. So I hope this gives you an idea of like how much of control you can have, or how much you can customize in your own personal map. A good starting point for you, immediately making the map look, different, appealing, and fun to hang out at. There are things that you can add that operates within the context of Doomr. These are very custom things. So for example, like in order to send players from your map to the highway, you have to create regions. Let me see. Yeah, in order to get your units to travel to the highways, you can go here and then call it to highway. So you create this region, right? And what's essentially going to happen is if you walk to that region, you'll get a prompt saying, would you like to enter highway? See? So if you go yes, it'll take you to the highway. But where in this highway map, so this highway is also a map of its own, right? But where on this highway you get spawned needs to be determined, right? So like you spawned in the on the bottom corner of the highway, but this isn't necessarily where you should be spawning, right? It could be somewhere else. And the way you can decide on that is basically, so you can see like we got south spawn region. Then if you go all the way to the top, we got the north spawn region. So different type of regions that you can choose for your unit to spawn in. And then we're gonna go back to our game. And what we'll do is we're gonna do some manual thing that you sort of just have to remember. We have to create a global variable called highway spawn region name, and it's gonna be a string, and we're gonna enter north spawn. So this variable determines which region the units who are leaving this base to the highways are going to spawn in. Okay, and how this works is that because we have this variable set, if you look in the world scripts, get under walk to highway, you can see that it fetches the variable from the game highway spawn region name, and it sets it as a spawn region name of that player. So it sets the player's variable spawn region name as that, and it remembers it so that when a player is loaded in this highway map, it will use that variable spawn region name, and then it'll create the player unit there. So again, it's a bit of a manual process. It's something you just have to remember. But this is how you have that control. I mean, you could change the region name, by the way, to something else. Like if you want to spawn your player's unit to like east spawn, all you gotta do is go here and change this to east spawn. And then, matter of fact, why don't we do that? So we're gonna go east spawn, and then the variable is now saved. So now I'm going to save and republish the game. All right. And now if I were to move to, where's that region? Yeah, right here. So if I were to move into that region, to the highway, and if I go yes, I should spawn on the far east corner of the highway map. Okay, yeah, that's right. Good. So I hope this gave you, brief overview of how you can customize the looks of your base, as well as how you can spawn NPCs, and where you can send your players to when they decide to go to the highway. So these are the basics. I do want to show you more things about how to create custom quests, some dialogues, and other scripts as well. Those videos will go online in the coming days. But yeah, meanwhile, thanks for watching, and please don't hesitate to contact me or anybody else in our team if you have any questions. All right, ciao.